Hi everybody. This is your third Tuesday lesson, so Tuesday lesson number 3. Tuesday lesson number 3. So if you're following class according to our usual schedule, it is June 20th. So it's your last Tuesday class before the summer break. So welcome and good job on getting this far. I'm so glad you're following the lessons and giving it a shot. I hope it's not too hard for you and you're able to keep up a little bit. So June 20th, that means that for you, tomorrow is June 21st, which is National Indigenous Peoples Day. So all the stuff we're learning about, it's all coming to a peak tomorrow. So last lesson, we learned all about what National Indigenous Peoples Day is and how it's celebrated. We watched some videos about it. We read about all the kind of events that are on the calendar. And today, especially because it's coming up for you guys tomorrow, maybe, if you're watching on the 20th, we're going to read about some possible events that are going to be happening this year. And I say possible because I found the official Events and Resources Guide for Indigenous Peoples Day, but it's from 2022, last year, and I really wanted to find 2023 so that you guys could read like an up-to-date account of what's going on this year in case you wanted to actually participate in anything, but I could not find it. And I'm guessing it's because when I made this video in May, right? In real life for me, in present time, it's May 9th. I'm way ahead of, way in the past here. I'm traveling into the future with you. So at the time when I made this video, maybe it's just too early and they don't have the 2023 event guide out yet, so that could be. So at least we can look at what the events were last year, and it's really cool. It has not just celebrations, but experiences. You can go try different parts of the culture and learn about stuff, and there's music and podcasts and books and all kinds of really interesting things that are highlighted in this events and resource guide. And even though it's from last year, it's still relevant, so you can learn something and you can see what type of events are going to be held this year. I don't know if it'll all be the same, but chances are there'll be some similarities for sure. And then to finish off our class, I have a fun little summer craft to do that if you want. It's an option. You can do it with your family. And it's dream catchers. Dream catchers, really cool. That's an indigenous craft. Very neat. So let's do it. Let's get started. So on our first thing that we're going to do here on our list, so you should have your Tuesday lesson number 3, notes and instructions, out in front of you. The first thing on our list here is the website link to that official events and resource guide for Indigenous Peoples Day 2022. Sorry, not 2023. If you find that 2023 is out by the time, I'm sure it will be, since then, if it's the 20th today, then the 21st is the day, so I hope that they have the event guide out by now. But if you find it, and it looks kind of similar to the 2022 one that I've sent you, then if you want to use that site for the activity instead, as long as it's pretty similar so you can follow the same assignment, you're welcome to use that instead if you prefer. If you don't have time to research, or you just want to use what's there, or you can't find it, no problem, you can still use the 2022 one. We get a good sense of what's to come this year by looking at previous years too. So I've sent you the link. I also printed out, or I will print out. I'm showing you the wrong thing. I did print it out. Yes, I did print out the resources guide. It's a web page, so it's kind of awkward, but I printed it out as clearly as possible so that if your computer isn't working or you just work better on paper, whatever, you have the same information on paper. But if you can, and if you're comfortable with it, I would recommend going to the actual website because it's so much better. You can click on all the links to all these places and get way more information on the events. You can, where it has movies, documentaries, and podcasts, right? It shows how you can find those films, so it gives you a lot more resources. Even the last section here on Indigenous-owned businesses, right? You can click on there and it'll take you directly to the business website. Yeah. That looks good. Charcuterie business. Ooh. So yeah, it's really interesting. You can learn a lot more by looking at the website. So for the reading assignment, you're totally fine to use the paper, but just to get more out of it and to make it more interesting, it's just a suggestion, use the actual website. It's cooler, yeah. So, alright, we have that. Now, what did I do with my notes? Alright, so I want you to open that up, and at the same time, you need to get out your questions. So the document on your email is entitled 2022, it's actually titled Event and Resource Guide Questions. So that's what you're going to have open, because we're going to do a reading assignment on this website and on what we can read on there. Yeah. So let's look at the questions here. In order to answer the questions, you'll need to explore this web page or on the paper, right? And the better way to answer it, like I said, is to click on some of its links that it provides so you can really get detailed answers. I would recommend that. Again, I stress it enough. It's so important. I said it twice. Okay, so what do we got? We got the questions here. Let's look at our questions. All right, so we're going to use the website to answer them. These are a lot of personal answers. So most of the questions are kind of similar. Number one, what event or experience would you be most interested in attending? Okay, so which one looks the most interesting to you? So put the whole name of the event or experience. Number two is, where is this event or experience being held? So if you are interested, you need to know where to go, right? So write down where you can go. What's the address? How can you get there? Number three, how would you find out more information about this event or experience? So this question is asking you to think a little. It's saying, okay, well, if I had questions about how it works or where to go or what to do or where to park or whatever, how could I learn that? What kind of resources are here for me? And that's where clicking on those external links will be useful, because if you click on the link, it'll show you, it'll probably take you directly to the company website or the organization that's hosting this event, and it'll put the information there, and it'll tell you how you can learn more about it. So that's where being on the website comes in handy, but you can also use your brain and think, okay, what are all the ways that I can learn more about what's going on with this event? Number four is just the why. Why does this event or experience interest you the most? So explain from your heart why you're most interested. Why does it look cool to you? Why would you be willing to participate in this? What calls to you about it? Yeah. So it's pretty straightforward. It's just kind of getting your opinion on all the pieces of this website and the events. The other questions here that we haven't gone through, right, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, they're very, very similar, but they're not about the event or experiences. They're about, 5 and 6 is about movie, documentary, or podcast. So which one of those would you be most interested in watching and why? And the other one is about, which local Indigenous-owned business would you be most interested in visiting and why? So, and where can we go to get there? So it's all this similar questions, but just about different categories. So on the website and on the sheet, we have, events here. So we have to look at those subtitles carefully so you know which one we're looking at, right? This is all our list of events. We also have the subtitle here, experiences, and a list of the experiences. That's what you're looking in for question 1 to 4. Then we have a section here labeled movies, documents, and podcasts. So we can go down there, find all that stuff out. And of course, the last section here is the local Indigenous-owned business. So focus on those subtitles to find the section for each set of questions. So it's all fun. We're just looking at what's most interesting to us. So I hope you have fun with this one. Okay, so that's what your assignment is. Answer all those questions with as much detail as possible. This is showing that not only can you read it, but you can understand it and make decisions about it as well. This is really helpful, obviously, because if you want to do any of these things or read any of those books or, view any of those documentaries, then now you know how. You know you can. Maybe something you might be interested in doing in the next week or over the summer, or whatever. So I will give you time now to go work on that. That's your main assignment for today, and that's pretty much the only assignment for today. So we're going to finish off with this kind of fun planning day where we learn more about some fun stuff we can do over the summer. I think it's a very appropriate way to finish off. So I have to tell you now, what am I supposed to say? What step? Go do step 2 and step 3 and just 2 and 3. We're good. Go read and answer your questions there. And when you're finished, send it to me by email. And don't forget to write down any questions you have for Debbie or Irma. And then come back and finish watching this video. See you soon. Hi. Hi. I'm making faces in the camera here. I did it again where I say, okay, I'll give you time to work, and then I pause the video, and I sit here and I think, okay, I'm giving my students time to work, and I look at my page and I think, what am I planning? I actually give you time to work, even though I could just play the video and continue recording. Oh, I'm not used to this. That's good. That means I get to see you guys in person lots, and I like that. Okay, so anyway, at this point, you probably have finished your questions about the event and resource guide for National Indigenous Peoples Day. I hope that you got some ideas about, maybe some new reads you can do over the summer, like new books or new movies or documentaries to learn more, watch more. I've also seen some plays, like a lot of really interesting Indigenous written and Indigenous acted plays in Winnipeg. Because in university, I did a theater minor. So that probably won't surprise you. My major was English and my minor was theater. So I liked acting on stage and watching plays and learning all about, the messages and the meanings that went into it. So that could be really interesting, Take a look. There's lots of cultural stuff to do in Winnipeg that you can learn from. And you have all summer now to do it. Yeah, that's about it. So that's the main thing. So once you get that assignment done, send that to me. Don't forget to write down any questions you have about the instructions or the text for Irma or Debbie to answer for you, or to talk to each other about if you go visit each other in the classroom. I have one more thing for you before I say goodbye, and that's the optional assignment that I have for you. So I found, I I don't know about you guys, but personally, I love doing crafts. I love learning how to do crafts of all kinds. I like to draw, I like to paint, I like to make things. So I thought, maybe everyone else wants to do a craft too. So I found a really simple tutorial video on YouTube. It's kind of nice because it's all visual. It shows you the steps and instructions, and it actually demonstrates it to you instead of just talking you through them. So it's especially useful if, when you're learning English, and lots of tutorial videos go really fast, right? I don't know. I hope you're not having too much trouble following me on these lessons. I hope I'm not talking too fast. Yeah, I hope it's okay for you. But anyway, it's really nice. It's very visual. So it's on how to make mini dream catchers, and it's simple because you could just use an old bracelet, like an old bangle kind of thing, and wool, which you can get at the dollar store, or string, or whatever you want to use. It's really cute too. I mean, you can make a little keychain. It's a mini dream catcher. And so I put the YouTube link on your instructions and notes page. So it's right here at the very end of your Tuesday lesson number 3. So you can just check that out, click on that, and if you're interested, maybe get the kids involved and do some fun crafts together. And that's total option. It's just something fun for you to take away in the summer if you want. So that's it. That's all. You've completed another document use assignment today, and you've completed officially your Tuesday lessons for this month and for the summer. So, this is it. This is the last Tuesday class. I hope you guys enjoyed learning about this special month and this special celebration of Indigenous people. And I hope it gave you some interest maybe in learning a little more or taking part in some of the events. And I hope you have a great summer. A wonderful summer, and all your summer dreams come true. That's what I hope for you. And I hope you have fun too on the field trip that's coming up this week with Irma and Nalini to the Manitoba Museum. I hope you guys have a really fun time. I will miss being there with you and seeing you, but I'm sure you will have a blast. So I will see you in the next lesson, or I will see you in the fall, depending on whether you're finished the other ones or doing more or what. I miss you. Bye. Thank you so much for doing this, guys. Bye.